Who was the loudest, Paul? This song was the loudest. So, hey, next time we want to just see. Maybe because he's standing on his side, you're a little biased, you know. So next time I stand in the middle. But right now, we got shirts that we want you to just donate $10 to get one, please. All of them are $10 right now. Please go back and back there in each corner and just donate $10 in efforts of it's an all-white affair, letting you know that we surrender. And just come on, we want everybody to have a white shirt on walking down Detroit. We have flags also, the big old flags. If you have a big old flag, hang it up in the air, waving in the air for me. That big old flag right there, the big old flag, and over there, they are $10. Now we have some smaller flags that are $1 donation. Please, just donate so that we can make this effort next year much bigger than it is today. All right, the next person we have coming up. This lady, I only talked to her for about 3.5 minutes, and from what I engaged in her, it seems as though she is very successful. She's really about her business, and I want to let her share a few words about her experiences in life. Her name right now is Shanna Alfred. Let's give it up for Shanna Alfred.
Listen. You gotta listen.
Let's hold on. Wait. This is a lady right now.
Listen.
She's successful right now. Let's give it up for her now. That's what I'm talking about. That's better.
All right. Stand up.
Hello, everyone.
I'll let you go.
My name is LaShawna. My married name is Alfred, but I'm LaShawna Townsend. And I was raised on Belmont. And my mom and my dad both was murdered due to drug-related situations. But I remember as I was growing up, my uncles had turned the house into a dope house. And I remember looking at everybody around me saying, I do not want to be like this. But the problem that I had is I didn't have no role model. I didn't have anyone to show me the way to success. And so as I began to go through life, I got involved in the very things I said I didn't want to get involved in. I started selling drugs. I started dating guys who was selling drugs. And then I found myself in an abusive relationship. And I got pregnant, and because I was trying to get out of the relationship, when someone asked me to traffic drugs to a different country, I went ahead and took the offer because I was just trying to get out of the relationship. It wasn't even about the money that he was offering me to traffic the drugs. So in 1999, I was trafficking drugs to Guyana. And when I got there, I was trying to come back. But the problem that I had is that I could not come back unless I came back the way I was supposed to. So even though I didn't want to go through with it, I had to go through with it. So coming from Guyana going to Trinidad, I was stopped in customs at the airport, and I was pregnant with my daughter. I was like 6 weeks when I got in trouble. And I had my daughter, I got locked up, I got caught, and I got 4 years. And now I'm in this different country, away from my family. I cannot call home, and there's no commissary, so now I'm stuck. I'm all alone. I got 2 children at home, and I don't know where my life is going to end up at. So I'm in Trinidad, I'm pregnant, I'm trying to think of ways to fall down steps or do something to miscarry my baby because I didn't know what was going to happen to her once I had her. But in 2000, I ended up having her. But before I had her, when I was 6 months, I got in a fight with an officer. Because the officer, they didn't like Americans. So I fought this officer. I got put in the hole. So I was in the hole for 3 to 4 months. I had my daughter in 2000. And by the grace of God, my family was able to come pick her up. And so when I got out, I got released in 2002. And from that point, I was the one that was saying the reason that the recidivism rate is so high is because the people that's going to jail is coming right back out in the same environment. But my experience is this. I don't care what environment you go into. If you don't change, it don't matter. So here I am, raised in the ghetto, raised in the hood, raised around, a family that was all about survival by any means necessary. If they had to sell drugs, that's what they was going to do. If they had to break in 7-Eleven, that's what they was going to do. Whatever they had to do. So when I got released in 2002, my mind was already made up. Because when I was in jail, a family, man, money couldn't get me out. And so I had made up in my mind that I was not going to allow those things to turn me from going into this positive direction. So since I've been home, I went to school. I got my master's degree as a social worker. I currently work with adults and youth with substance abuse issues. And and tell you guys about the power of prayer. Because I remember when they had that string of violence on Fernwood, I was praying like, God, if I can just reach those kids. And I ended up having one of the young men who was shot on Fernwood come into my youth program. And I remember talking to him. So when you ask the question, what can we as a community do? We gotta love. We gotta not be afraid, but we gotta go and talk to them. Let them know, because let me tell you something. I felt like I was stuck. I didn't want to be in the hood. I didn't want to do the things that I was doing. And for the women out here, a lot of times we they backbone. I was with a guy that I felt like we was Bonnie and Clyde, and that was cool, you know. And so you got to understand that right now it's time to change. It's a time for change. But I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm ready to walk. But what I did, I published a book, and it's entitled Behind Bars. And this book tells step by step of the situation in my prison experience. And not only does it talk about that, it talks about how we can be behind bars in our mind, in relationships, you know. And so if you get an opportunity, you can purchase the book. And I also published a bi-monthly magazine. This magazine highlights success stories. And I also want to provide a way for some of those who may never be noticed to be noticed as it relates to publishing their books, telling their stories, or whatever else that can happen. Okay, thank you for this time.